Today I'll be unboxing and reviewing the KitchenAid 7Quart heavy duty stand mixer. And I'll be putting it through the ultimate test to see if it can mix over 2 kilograms of sausage meat.
This is I've broken it already.
But the ultimate question I want to answer is, when it comes to KitchenAid stand mixers, is bigger always better?
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Nigerian Kitchen. Although now I guess I should start saying the not so tiny Nigerian Kitchen. That is right. Season 2, which is going to be up very shortly, is going to be now in this much less tiny space. I can actually move around. It's awesome. So today is a special episode, preview of the new space, but also unboxing of a new toy. That's right, I've got something to go into this kitchen that I've really needed for a while, and I finally bought. So I thought I would unbox it and test and hope it works. So this is the new toy, the new addition to the kitchen. It is a KitchenAid. Okay, so this is it, folks. This is what I've gone and bought. It's a KitchenAid heavy duty 7Quart, 6.9 litre capacity stand top mix. And of course, to match everything else again in the kitchen, we've gone for the red. So in the box, there is a fat instruction booklet. Okay, we won't bother with that for now. Inside is a whisk attachment that's already been installed. I've got a coated, I guess that's a dough hook for mixing dough, and then just the standard paddle for mixing batters, I guess, and mashed potato and things like that. Actually, this is the one I'm going to be testing with today. And then the last thing we have is, I guess this is a kind of pouring protector that allows you to add mixes in while the machine is running, and it stops things splashing out. Okay.
So in today's review, I'll be comparing my 7Quart heavy duty Pro line against the Mini or the Artisan model of KitchenAid mixers. The first thing to look at is the bowl action. So the Mini or the Artisan have what's called a tilt head, whereas the Pro line of KitchenAid mixers have what's called a bowl lift. Now, what exactly is that difference? Well, the tilt head means literally that the head itself tilts backwards and allows you to access the inside of the bowl, whereas the bowl lift, it's the bowl itself that moves up and down. This means that the head is fixed. And so therefore the Pro line mixers tend to be more sturdy and longer lasting. Some people have found that with the Minis or the Artisan tilt head, with heavy use, you can end up having problems with that tilt head. But the tilt head does have the advantage of allowing the mixer itself to be much more compact. The next thing to look at is bowl type. So the Mini or the Artisan comes with polished or brushed stainless steel and glass, whereas the Pro only comes with polished stainless steel and glass. Now, I love the handle, and I would advise that whether you get the Mini or the Pro, you go for a bowl with a handle. It just makes it so much easier to work with the bowl. The next thing to look at is the motor.
So a disadvantage, as some people say, concerning the heavy duty is that it is heavy. I actually don't think it's too bad, but yeah, you probably don't want to have this. You probably don't want to have this up on a high shelf and having to be moving it around. So for me, it's great. I've got the counter space for it to have its permanent position, so that's not a big problem. Again, as I said, I need power, and this heavy duty, the 7Quart 6.9 litre, it's got one of the most powerful engines from KitchenAid, 1.3 horsepower, whatever that means, basically power. And from what I understand, its motor is DC drive compared to AC drive, which I think the smaller model, the classic, the Artisan use. And again, from my understanding, it basically means that it's more stable. So when it's mixing, it won't start lurching or jerking. It should keep a relatively steady motion. We will need to put that to the test. So I've got my ingredients ready, measured out for a batch of sausage making. So let's test this thing and see if it can really cut the mustard.
Or more accurately said, can it handle the sausage? Meat.
Okay, so I've got my ingredients ready here. This is about 2.5 kilograms of meat. The first thing I'm wondering is whether, I guess it should, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. So we'll see how much of this meat I can get in there. That's the first thing. And then we will add the other ingredients, my secret spice mix and some oats that I've ground up that I use. And I should have some water as well. That we'll pour in, and we will see if this 1.3 horsepower can really handle this much load. I'm truly hoping so. I'm praying that I do not break this on the first go. I spent a lot of money on this. Okay, so let's see. It's already in the lowered position, so I'm going to see how easy it is to actually add ingredients in. Okay, not bad. To be honest, it's probably easier to have the bowl off and then pouring it in, but this still works. Okay, so this is already about 1.5 kilograms and we are a bit over halfway, so let's see how much more meat we can get in. Oh, okay. So I may well be coming up to capacity with this thing. Oh, I really hope I don't break this. Yeah, that's quite full. But let's give it a go and see. Okay, so first thing I want to put the guard. Okay, that's pretty easy. Okay, and let's switch it on. We'll start slow. Okay. Okay, I'm hopeful. That is churning. It's not lurching. Doesn't seem to be struggling. It seems to be able to handle that amount of meat. So that's about 2.5 kilograms of ground pork. Okay, so we'll pour in some of the other ingredients now, and we'll see how well it can go for about 4 to 5 minutes of mixing. We'll see if the motor overheats at all. Yeah, I mean, well, good start. So let's just go for it and see. Yeah, so you can see that's a lot of meat. I'm going to take the guard off and see how it does without. It's actually turning fine, but I guess it's a lot of meat that I put in there. So maybe max I want to try and do 2K the next time. But let's see now without the guard, because all the dry ingredients have now gone in. Yeah. I think I've gone over capacity. I'm currently going pretty slow on this, about 2. I'm afraid to go any higher there. We'll crank up a little bit and see how it does. If it stays stable. I mean, I'm really putting this through its pace. Woo! So that was about 4 out of 10, and you can see the thing is starting to jiggle around everywhere. I mean, I don't need it to be at a high speed, so that's fine. But for sure, this is now really testing it. That's quite a lot of meat that's in there. And it is handling it at a low speeds okay.
So overall, my heavy duty came through. It's a winner. So you too should go big or go home with the 7Quart heavy duty. If you've got the money and the space in your kitchen, you find you routinely make big batches of cookies, or you love making bread. I've used it successfully to make cookies, to make breads, to whip up egg whites, to make beautiful meringues, and I love this machine. But I will say, if you find you'll often be making small batches, don't get the heavy duty. So it's not the size that matters. Go for the mini or the artisan. If you are single and ain't running the business, you don't want the machine imposing your kitchen, or you're just more sensible with your money than I am. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Don't forget to press that like and subscribe button, and see you next time on the Nigerian Kitchen.